We're live, and we got a few people already on. Shout out to Miles Ferguson, who is re-entry buzzing, or I'm sorry, he is entry buzzing on New Riff Single Barrel Rye, starting off on the rye department as we are going today. And then we got a Curtis Wax. Shout out to Curtis, Katie, and their sweet, sweet son. And Curtis is entry buzzing on some homemade chicken wings. What flavor, Curtis? What flavor? Just like buffalo? Or
good question.
Otherwise,
the Walks household is a big Buffalo household. I can attest to that.
Nice.
But I could also see them
buffalo wings
doing something unique, like maybe like a Cajun or like a apple barbecue something. I could see I could see it going either way.
If this is your first there's so many silly names we make up. If this is your first drink along, an entry buzz is, or even their first episode or something like that. An entry buzz is what you're drinking before the real deal. So the prime, the pump, as we've said before, and the pregame, as some might say. Ben Klepsig in the house. He's drinking Dad's Hat Rye 127. Nice. Do you have an age statement on that, Ben? We'll find out in a mere moment.
Ooh. I'm furiously Googling.
Okay. Nice. Miles says doing chicken thighs. I read doing chicken things on the smoker.
Which, that works too.
Yeah.
I was furiously Googling because I wasn't sure. I thought Dancing Goat, what we're drinking today, was Wisconsin. So I went ahead and went with another Wisconsin rye.
Really?
Glenn. Yeah, I wondered if you.
What's is this the 5-year?
Well, actually, it says 5 on the label, the TTV approved label.
That's the one we're drinking next month. You can't give anything away.
Well, now hold on. Mine. So I've got a couple. Mine says picked by Casey on the bottom, and it doesn't have any further age statement on the bottom. This might have been.
That is not next month's bottle.
I might have got this from your drinking buddy. I don't know. There were a couple people who sent me driftless ryes, and I think we even got one from Klepsig for Christmas or something.
We'll get one of our own soon.
Yeah,
hopefully
that's true.
Everything works out the way we intend.
My other driftlesses, driftfly, they have like an additional age statement in the white label down here. It says like 8 years or 8+ years, but this one doesn't at all. It just says bottled by Casey. So thank you, Casey.
Yeah, mine says bottled by Eric.
Hey, Eric, how about that? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, and then it's a 5-year. At the very least, it's a 5-year. So
is that is it a Woodman's pick?
This is a Benny's pick, actually.
Oh, Benny's.
Which I believe was a Klepsig was the one who did this one for
very
good.
At
least.
Very good.
Dude's a pro. Shout out to Ben himself. Ayo, he says 5.5 years on that Dad's Hat Rye. We got Jim Mathwig in the house. Mr. Paul Hogan in the house. Studley man. He says no entry, but enjoying some Virginia peanuts. Where'd you get those Virginia peanuts, Jim?
Wait,
because
you told me about Virginia peanuts.
Dude, they're like the best of the peanuts.
So, some special thing? What's the deal?
I don't know, but I can assure you I've never had better peanuts. And I mean that. I'm not like a peanut connoisseur, but like my dad, for example, he's in town right now. He's like, well, before we leave, I'm going to have to pick up some of these, specifically like a certain brand of Virginia peanuts, because they are notably. But I think you can get them actually at Total Wine. They sell them at Total Wine.
Oh, very good. Very good. We got
like across.
We got B Dunk in the house. Brian Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Entry buzzing on Mixed 10 Bourbon 2024.
Sorry, we might not beat that today.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because that is a good variety right there.
I almost went Michter's 10 Rye. I was like 10-year rye, Dancing Goat 10-year rye, 10-year rye. But then I decided to go the Wisconsin route instead.
Yeah. So thanks for all joining. If you're not on patreon.com/chillfiltered at the $10 tier or more, you might not be able to get yourself a sample of this Limousin Rye, which is from Dancing Goat Distillery out in Wisconsin. But if you're on patreon.com/chillfiltered, you can be a part of these drink-alongs where we are able to courier you, especially if you're an American citizen. It's a little harder for outside, but we're trying to make it work sometimes. But we courier you guys samples for 3 months. Next month is going to be a Driftless Glen rye pick of 8 years, thanks to Ben Klepsig's help. And And then after that, dude, I cannot say how many times I'm excited for the next 3 months. Like we got bangers at good deals.
Yep.
So prep yourself. But yeah, here's what we're drinking today. Limousin Rye. Why don't you pour it out, everyone? I'll give a cork pop in a hot moment. Limousin Rye. It is whiskey, rye. So here's the thing. It doesn't exactly say it's a rye whiskey. Here's all the information. It says Limousin Rye. Then it says whiskey. Then it says whiskey distilled from a rye mash. I figured it out. It's Canadian.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So let's find out on the back.
Detective work over here.
Nope. Distilled in Indiana, bottled by Dancing Goat in Cambridge, Wisconsin. So it is not Canadian. I don't know. It's just kind of weird that they don't call it rye whiskey on the label. But then it says, whiskey distilled from a rye mash, 10 years, 64.7%, barrel aged with French oak staves. That's what makes this one special. But it is a limited release. And we're like, let's share that limited release with our favorite peeps. So I'm going to give it a cork pop, and then let's give it a tasty.
Did Ben send us this one too?
Ben did. Ben's a baller.
Yeah.
Whether he sends it or not, Ben's a baller.
They have an MGP connection, Ben says.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it might be one of those like contract distilling a specific recipe or something like that. It could very well be a rye, and it's called Limousin Rye, so you can expect it to be a rye whiskey. But there's something weird about this label. It's not exactly calling
not
it.
100%.
Oh no! It says it's a blend of rye whiskey, and it's star-crossed. Yeah, so it's rye whiskey. There's no doubt at this point.
Star-crossed what? What is it?
Star-crossed Lover Limousin Oak. Through the years, we've switched between 51 and 95 rye, depending on what was ready, not just available. In some ways,
they'll take whatever MGP's got.
Yeah. 51 and 95. Well, that's a split. Yeah. All right.
Sometimes 51.
You guys ready for some
95.
notes? You guys ready? I want to hear what you guys smell on this whiskey.
I'm digging the nose.
That is. I'm getting a lot of vapors there.
I'm getting like dusty, dry cedar.
Oh, man. Oh, I could see a little cedar. And, Wisconsin's known for a little cedary rye.
Like,
but it's little... this is an Indiana rye, but it's in Wisconsin. So
it's a little cigar boxy. Like, it's a little musty, a little bit.
Sharp. I'm not getting these notes that you're getting.
Ooh,
I'm getting like straight up alcohol vapors. It's hard to break through that for me.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah, I'll give it the old spin, Jay.
You said sharp, and then Jim Mathrid came in with the peppermint, and I totally see that too.
Sure. And the peppermint. Hey, we got a new name. We got Heraclitus. Is he the friend of Bofidis? No, I'm kidding. I like that. Select bourbon. Yeah. Tasty. Maybe he's over with Dancing Goat or something like that. I like that. I don't know. Cool. Maybe not. Tell us your story, Heraclitus. If I'm getting your name,
tell us if we're pronouncing your name wrong. Yeah, the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus once said, "Tasty, tasty." Yeah,
tasty. Sweet corn. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit more. Oh, dude, peppermint is right, Jim.
I know.
I'm getting a little bit of that peppermint. Yeah, I love that note. That's really pleasant on a rye, Jim. Thanks for leading us there. Oh, we did get it right on the pronunciation. Sweet corn, and then very hot. Remember Richard Patterson? Hello, how are you? Yeah.
I never forget Richard Patterson.
Never. Who could ever forget Richard Patterson?
I think about Richard Patterson every night before I fall asleep.
It's like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? It's like, how often do you think about Richard Patterson?
Yeah. I think about how he's going to kill me one of these days because I didn't hold my glass.
I have definitely. Oh, wow. I can't even finish my sentence. Right? That's good.
I know. We're sipping, right?
Yeah.
I expected it to be hotter on the palate, but it was pretty mellow. And I believe that wings would disrupt a palate.
Dude, I had I had a ton of underripe pineapple last night, and I was sharing whiskey with my dad, And I was like, this is rough, like drinking right now, because my mouth is like lit up with little cuts. It felt like.
Yeah.
Katie's on. I realized that Katie joined, but I was like, oh, Wox. It's obviously the same as Curtis. But then we got 2 Wox on the viewing right now. Nice. I bet you little Dean is watching too.
Oh,
our favorite small listener.
Not Dean.
Dean? What am I? Wait, what's his name?
What's his name? You got this.
No, okay. Sorry, I called him Dean. First, I call him a girl, and then I call him Dean.
Wait, when did that happen?
At the meetup. I I realized after holding him, I haven't held a boy in years. Right. So I called him a sweet girl, and I'm like, crap. So yeah, that's the joke there.
His name
Reed.
Is Reed.
Dang it.
Yeah, you got it right then.
No, Katie chimed in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Katie and Curtis and Reed. I knew it was a 4-letter and it had a D in it.
I did. Yeah, I skipped over one back here. Miles. Okay. Miles says palate's kind of the same as nose. It gets pretty hot. Yeah. And Klepsig said sweet corn on the sip. Simple syrup. I like this simple syrup. Kind of like thick viscosity.
It's a nice sweetness
for sure. Yeah. We got.
Let's talk Heraclitus. He's a new MVP. Hey, you want to reach out on Instagram? Feel free. We might be able to review your stuff if you got some new stuff. So
throw it in the re-entry buzz pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red hots on the finish
in your life from 9s and 1. Okay, so that's a Heraclitus quote. I gotta check that out.
Nice. I love the red hots on the finish note here. Classic, like a sugar candy rye spice finish. Red hots for me. I really like that.
It's got a really nice balance to it. Like it's nothing. Nothing is too out of the range. Like we're not getting too many outliers in the flavor notes, but it's a nice smooth travel from like slightly pepperminty to slightly cinnamony, but nothing too sharp in the meantime, at least on the palate. On the nose, it was a little sharp for me, but Reed, my dog. I'll never call you a girl again, but I might call you another man's name.
Yeah,
I bet he's so cute.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to see an update. Yeah,
he makes very cute noises all the time.
Nice. Wasn't there? When did we have a story about that or something like that? Oh no! It was that story where Katie was making the Reed likes this, and it was like some girly thing.
This is the way the ladies ride, ladies, and like bobble them around, and then when you're done with that, you go, this is the way the cowboys ride, ride. And Kitty was like, yeah, but Reed likes the way the ladies
ride. Reed's gonna look back at this video one day and be like, yeah, that was me. But we love you, Reed, no matter how you like to ride.
That's true. That's
true. All right. I'm gonna drop some drops of water here.
Oh yeah, right. We do that. We do that.
Oh, you said do.
We do that. Before the water, I just could not agree more. Cinnamon, red hots. That's the territory that I'm in, and I'm really digging
cinnamon.
Yeah,
to me, sure. Like the red hots isn't like what you can get from a really spicy rye, like a old Willet rye. Not those kind of red hots. This is a much smoother red hot.
Mm-hmm.
Ben likes the way the ladies ride.
Yeah, Clefsig likes the way the ladies ride.
Yep, don't we all? Heraclitus says single barrel picks with Second Amendment advocates. Hey, I'm into the Second Amendment. First was Delta, Green Beret, Carl, Eric. Oh, I like that. They name them after special what do you call them? Servicemen of different types. 1 out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 or just wow. That's cool. Hey, it's like the 80-20 rule. Miles says we need more samples. We need some samples. Yeah, maybe for a drink along. Send us 3 bottles, Heraclitus, my man.
Yeah, if you've got
and we can make it a thing.
700 mils or 750 mils, we need 3 to distribute
at least.
properly. So if you send them in, we can share them around.
Nice. I like those quotes. All right. I just added water, but I haven't sipped yet. So the old stirroo.
Let's see if
we can. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
We're closing in on a record here. We're almost at 15 viewers at once. So
nice. I thought you meant time wise. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been 30 minutes already.
Normally we get a ton of views after the fact, so which is always good. We're down to And actually today we're planning on doing a reentry buzz again after the word. Yeah. So if you want to hang around at the 30-minute mark, we will be doing a reentry buzz again. So
that's true.
And you'll see how the sausage is made. It'll be live.
Yep. No.
Okay. Nose is a little lighter, still cinnamon, a little bit of soft buttery too. It's kind of I'm digging it.
Yeah, I do think that it's not as sharp spices. I do think it's not as heavy on the red hots. The red hots aren't as spicy anymore. It's a little more dry oak for me. I think
on the palate or the nose
meat a little better on the palate. Because
I think you're right. I don't know what I like more though, but it is still good. With a few drops of water. It's not as sharp, like you said. More vegetal, says Ben. Man, I dig this. This is actually a really good rye. It's on the verge of like strong candy rye, but it's like right there where it's like it is candy, but it's not like sharp candy, like hard candy. It's good though. I really dig this.
The ice might candy it up a bunch here. I'm actually pretty excited for that. Since it's summertime, get a little summertime ice cube sipper.
Right in there. Give it the old spin, Jay.
All right, we'll let you know if you should add ice or not. Stand by here.
Wait for us unless you want to join us ahead of time. Miles says hay, oak and hay on the nose.
Yeah, that hay, the kind of youthy. Like, well, I mean, it's 10 years, so it's not youthy. Yeah. Hey, listen,
I'm youthy.
It's not. It's a little more pepper on the nose now with ice.
I agree. I have a feeling this will still be good, but I have a feeling it won't be better. But we'll find out. I bet you it's going to be more buttery and velvety, but maybe not as good. We'll find out.
I bet it's going to be colder, and I bet the volume increases in the cup.
We'll see about that.
Put all my money on that.
I was right. It definitely is still good. It's worth trying. I would say maybe Brian will disagree, but I think it's worth trying with ice. Is it not? Are you getting some bad notes?
I don't know. I thought it was going a really sweet direction for a second, but then it came back to all the like vegetal and cinnamon stuff. It's not substantially better. It's a little better with ice.
Okay.
Miles has got colder too. See, I told you.
You knew. Yeah, I don't think it's nowhere near better with ice. I don't mind it though with ice. Sometimes I can't finish it with ice, but this is actually good. I would say, what do I like the best? I actually am going to say this and believe it. I like the water pour the most. Yeah, I like the soft velvetyness of the water pour. Well, it's still candy-like and cinnamony and stuff.
Yeah. I think I'm neat pour. I think I enjoyed the spice of the Red Hots flavors.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm neat. More intensity.
What do you guys think? What's your favorite pour? Because they're all playing the game. If you've tried them all.
The game. Yeah.
Neat for Ben.
Pour the rest of this neat here in my nice cold Glencairn now.
Ooh, it's like whiskey rocks. It doesn't dilute the whiskey, but it makes it cold.
And it doesn't chip your teeth when you dump the rest of the cup in your mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a pool temperature update here. Stand by.
Bring it on.
Pool temperature is 82.5, man. We were in there. We were in there a week ago. It was about 78, 80, and that's a big difference. It was very nice, but 82.
Gets a
Sounds
little
nice.
hot.
Sounds
Meet
nice.
for Curtis.
Might have to
Katie's on the ice
podcast from the
team.
pool later.
Yeah. Bottles like lined up along the edge of your pool. So it makes it kind of
warming in the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie with the Iceman emoji here. I like it.
Oh, I love it.
At least I assume that's what that is. I can barely see it from here.
I assume it's like once a year or so. I'm going to have to apologize to Katie for something I said about her son. But she can handle it. And so can Reed. Yeah, what'll it be next time? Put your vote in now.
What name will he say next?
Yeah. Or like what misconception will Cole accidentally bring to Reed? Yeah. But okay. So we've got 10 more minutes left. I like to if anyone hasn't mentioned Patricia got butterscotch. Maybe that's why I like the water pour the most, is because it's got a smooth, nice candy-likeness to it.
Yeah.
I like this. It's not blowing my mind, but this is a very reasonable rye. Can you remind me, Ben, what a bottle was of this?
Oh, if I remember correctly, this was good value. You know what? Let's guess.
I want to say 69 or something like that.
I was going to say 60, actually.
Okay.
I think it's right around there somewhere. I think this was a good value bottle.
Yeah. And both of our next 2 out of the 3 bottles were over 60, everyone. Yeah. Oh, 60.
Boom,
look at that.
Nailed 60. Nailed it.
Yeah.
You know, the things I remember and the things I don't remember,
dude,
it's insane.
Dude, if you could tell my work me, hey, why don't you remember things like you remember whiskey things? Then I would be the best actuary in the world, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there not a world where actuarial science and whiskey combine, and that could be your dream job?
So people do insure collectables. That's all I can say.
True.
I could be the collectibles actuary or something like that.
So okay, in a very special world here, your own world where you could create your own company and job. Do you because this is all a simulation, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Do you start your own insurance company, or do you start your own actuarial firm, or like what would be the world?
There's consulting firms that are if you start anything, actuaries don't really start insurance companies, but they definitely have a lot of actuarial consulting firms, which I am not into consulting. Like I have enough trouble keeping up with the actuarial life as opposed to like a sales mindset to an actuarial life. Yeah.
Oh, where you have to be constantly,
because you got to like find your own clients and stuff like that, and I have enough trouble keeping up with the exams, let alone being finding clients and stuff.
So the actual whiskey-ol dream is dead then, yeah.
Yeah, actual whiskey-ol. So I'll just go into it because we still have 7 minutes left. So when I was going back to school for actuarial science, I was tight with this one guy who was also in my same program. And the joke was that before I went back to school, I was a whiskey jeweler. Because I was just making jewelry and working at a whiskey bar. So they're like, obvious whiskey jeweler. And it just became this joke that we like repeated again and again. And it's like, there's this thing that we posted in the actuarial science capstone room, which was like for our program. And it was like a fake how he did it, like outline where it's like, how did Cole pull this off? And I think from what I hear, it's still there in the room. And it was a joke the whole time. But then I mentioned that I was a whiskey jeweler, and then I became an actuary. So,
and then you put it on your resume, and that's how you got your job at your current job.
Exactly, dude. Let me tell you this: it's not hard for me these days to get an actuarial job, but like every move I've made in the whiskey world was effortless. Effortless.
What do you mean?
I'll explain. So when I worked at the whiskey bar, I was offered a job the first meeting with the dude that owned the place. Like he was like, yeah, if you want to work here, I'll hire you. And even finding special bottles like Eagle Rare 17, it was just handed to me in a way. Like these, like, and even the podcast, like it was just like Adam was like, hey, let's start a podcast, and it was like, sure, we'll try it out. It took him it took me a little convincing, but nothing was hard in the whiskey world for me. When I got a job at the liquor store in Wisconsin, that wasn't hard. Everything is like falls into my lap in the whiskey world. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, I have to work for things, and like it makes sense, but it's just funny to me that like whiskey things come somewhat easy to me in terms of opportunities.
It also makes sense because in the whiskey world, there's a lot more people that don't have their stuff together in the way that you have your life together,
That's a good point.
Oh, okay, good. So you're not an alcoholic. You already beat out like 40% of people.
Dude, that's what I loved about our interview with Bo Beckman from who used to work at Sazerac. They're like, the first like gauntlet of working at Sazerac was, are you an alcoholic or not?
Right,
like,
exactly.
I can work at Sazerac.
Right.
I've actually thought about it because here's the thing is like, if I reached out to X whiskey company, like if I don't know this, I might be very wrong, but if I feel like if I reached out to like Del Bach, they'd be like, yeah, we'll find you a job here. And like, you can find your way around. Like, I might be wrong. Maybe Mark Viertaler very much hates me or something like that. Or it just doesn't think I'm qualified. But I don't think it'd be hard. I just live to a standard as an actuary these days where it'd be hard to take a pay cut for a while. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I can survive. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. And what you're saying is if you were to reach out to Del Bach, there's not an instant, like, no disqualification thing about your, like, as I said, put together and everything. Like there's it's easy to not, instant disqualify somebody who's very professional, has their stuff together and is not an alcoholic.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I honestly feel like if I found an inn at Sazerac, I could work there. But it just depends. Like, would they? I know they wouldn't pay what I make as an actuary.
True.
But I would 100% enjoy it more. Like, for example, A. Smith Bowman. Like, they talked about that one guy that worked there, and he's like, I didn't even go to college, and I'm like running some of the stills, and I'm like, dude, I could run some of the stills, and so yeah, that's
dude,
my thought.
We have devolved this into like a tangent on a normal episode.
Yes. So anyway, cheers,
Let's
everyone.
rate
What's
this.
your score, everyone?
Yeah. Rating. I guess as they come in, maybe I can tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking good. I'm definitely like between average and good, because I put this above average, especially if you take value into account. I think that this is fantastic. This is $60, like Ben said.
Yeah,
this
is definitely worth it.
Is a 10-year MGP rye in a $60 bottle. It is definitely above average when you take that into account. So I'm sitting in the B's if I'm taking value into account. I think I'm going to land B minus. I'm going to say more pros than cons here. I think that there aren't enough pros to really like lift this into like very good territory, but it's absolutely good. It has positive, memorable features. I love the classic rye red hot stuff. So I'm going to go B minus on this one.
I like that. I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to go B plus for sure. I think this is a rye that I can get behind. Sadly, I only have so little left of the rest of what we poured, for everyone. But shout out to Dancing Goat Distillery, who actually used a 750 milliliter bottle as opposed to Jack Daniels, who decided to do a 700. But anyway, no, wait, let me double check that. No, yeah, they're 750. It's 750.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brian Duncan says $60 all day long. I'm with Brian. Ben says 9.1. I say 9.1. I agree with Ben. This is hubba to what and just a tiny bit more. Brian says 9.0. I'm down. Miles, honest man, says I wasn't blown away, which I can respect. What did Patricia think, Miles?
That's true. That butterscotch note.
She's the American nose.
Butterscotch is a great note for a whiskey.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
all right,
help us out.
But real quick, speaking of great notes, I bring us all the way back here to a comment from 20 minutes ago. Ben said maple, and like on my last little bit here, my dregs and my neat pour, I'm getting huge maple now. This was a underrated comment here. The maple shout out from Ben.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Digging it, guys. This is why we do this. We love the community. We love hanging out with you guys. And we love the notes that Patricia and Ben and everyone but Sean Ciaro, because he's working right now, which we respect. We respect. Sure. Patricia says she wants to cook some dessert with it. And Patricia, you're always welcome to add to our drink-alongs by sending pie or cake or something with it too.
We will divvy up that pie and get it to the doors of the people who are on our Patreon
via the Manly Man Courier.
Yep.
All right. Let's send some hopes in before we turn it over to a Reentry Buzz episode, guys. So I hope to start things off that the Driftless Glen pick that we have next month is gonna be just as good as this one, if not better. I have a feeling it will be.
I hope that you still have a little bit of your entry buzz left. I hope that you go nose and sip this now. Dude, the Driftless, it's so much darker. It's like, it is deep, dark, sweet wood on this thing.
This makes me so excited that we're likely going to do a pick there this September. Yeah, because it is so unique and so candy.
I'm even like barbecue smoke on mine. Like,
dude, what are they doing up in Baraboo?
There's a sticky, smoky thing. Again, relatively, because I was just drinking the Dancing Goat. Now I'm back to the Driftless Glen. I'm getting like barbecue, sticky, smoky stuff on this that I'm really digging.
One of the biggest things I love about Driftless Glen is that they do everything in-house. They age in-house. They distill in-house. They pour it into bottles in-house. No, that's not too crazy. But anyway, someone give me a hope. Give me a hope stat.
I hope that several people can make it to Wisconsin if we do a meetup here in September.
I got to call Justin Sharpie this week, and we'll solidify everything. But once we solidify things, it's going down at Ben Klepsig's house. So
meet up at. I hope Ben Klepsig is ready.
Yeah, that's for sure. I also hope that I beat you at the Reentry Buzz in a few minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope I beat you on the Reentry Buzz.
Well, I hope I spank you on the Reentry Buzz in a few minutes.
Wow. All right. You win. You win. All right. Settle down. Cool. Settle down.
And then Ben Klepsig hopes my two daughters' graduation parties are a blast. Dude, have a great graduation party for your daughters. I hope they feel loved and appreciated and accomplished for graduating. So cheers to them.
Absolutely.
All are welcome at the Klepsig house. That's awesome. All right.
You heard it.
I hope pile in. Yeah, pile in at the Klepsig. Dude, he's got like a barn in his backyard. It's going to be a ball.
That's his neighbors, but yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. It's still there, yeah. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hang in there. We are about to transition to a Reentry Buzz episode live. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time on Chill Filters Drink Along. We'll see you guys in June. All right, we'll cut it there, but we're keeping recording, everyone. So hang in there. Yeah. I'm gonna prep the spreadsheet real quick.
Said the way that you said we'll see you next time on I totally heard the Reentry Buzz right after that.
Pretty much.
Like, oh no.
But I saved it. See, you guys get to see how the reentry or the sausage is made.
Right.
So
sausage.
All right, I'm clearing out my guesses. Clearing these guesses. And you ready for a number, Brian? Let me know when you're ready for a number.
Klepsig, pick a number. Between
between officially 86 and 285.
There you go. Klepsig.
Send it in via comment. Yeah. And not 200. That's the only one you can't pick. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I will win that episode. I will win that episode. Yeah. I will get a perfect score on that episode. Yeah.
222.
Oh, I love that. That's good. I'm good. I found mine.
222. Got it.
Sweet. Let's do this. All right, I got it in my hand. I'm not showing the label. I just see the top label, which says 222. All right, thanks, Ben. Let's do this. Feel free to comment as we go, guys. We will try to feature some. We won't reference them probably, but we will feature them. Yeah.
Feel free to cheer me on, everyone.
Dude,
please.
This is dark. See how dark that John is?
I know, right? This looks good. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I think I poured about half, but now I'm like, okay, I think I want to pour a little more.
Yeah. I got some on my hand.
Don't smell your hand. That's cheating.
Yeah. Take me down 1 point.
Yeah. -5 because of that.
That'd be rough. All right. I'll write down the time. 1 moment. Let me grab a piece of paper.
Yeah. Do I have everything I need?
Here we go. REB. This is technically the 7th episode. No, this is the 8th episode. 8.8, baby.
Oh, dang. Where are we at? All right, hold on. Let's
Dude,
check
I'm
in
up
here.
1.
Season 8. It is
4-3.
4-3 in Cole's favor. And the points, we won't mention how many points have been scored.
Dude, I killed on 1 episode.
Okay.
Or 2, maybe.
156 for Cole and 83 for me. So I'm hanging in there by thread.
But I got a 0 point episode too. So
you got a 0 point and you're up like double my score. Oh gosh.
Killing it. Dude. All right. You ready to kick it off in a moment?
I am in a moment. Cool. Let me blow my nose. Hang on.
That'd be cool if Ben could find the sample that you sent and then you could drink. That would be amazing if we had everyone had the pool that we had and drink-alongs were like, or I'm sorry, reentry buzzes were all drink-alongs. That'd be funny.
What level of Patreon tier would we need to make that?
Everyone
happen?
would need to be on the $100 tier, and I would start doing it. I would start collecting.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
And like
for real though. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we could even send them with like a tape over the label so that they could truly do it with us.
Yeah, ready to go.
I'm gonna say 37.25, and you can start up, Brian. And this is what we do. We go
me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the re-entry buzz. Cole and I here are re-entering our buzz. Just got done with a live drink along, and we still have a live audience for this one. Doing another live entry buzz. We got a comment from Katie. Oh, a comment from Ben right down there, as you can see. So
we're
Cole
live,
and I
baby.
Have a blind pour in front of us. We had Ben Klepsig pick a number. Ben Klepsig picked 222. So here we have 222 right in our hands here. No idea what it is. All we know is it is
dark. That is
dark, man. It looks delicious. So we are going to nose it. We're going to sniff it, sip it, tell you how much we'd pay for it right now. You ready? Honestly, not what I expected.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Wow. What is going on there? Wow. I would pay 65. I don't love it, but I think it's very unique, and it's not bad. It's really not bad.
I'm gonna take the under. I think I would pay less than 65. Still maybe like 50, 55. I'll go 55. For reasons I'll explain later.
Ooh, we'll send it a break. We'll see you guys on the other side. 39.05. 39. Oh, and this is the point where we write our guesses and our notes. And I try to throw off Brian in everything I can.
Irish whiskey for sure on this one. Yeah.
That's funny. Why would I call a Scotch and Irish whiskey? One day I'm going to try to actually give you a something that I'll like tell you what I think it is, and you'll be like, well, obviously it's not what Cole thinks.
And then you're going to nail it that time. Sam, we are doing We are doing a reentry buzz, and I forgot to move your thing. Do you want me to move the chair in there now? All right. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Yep. Do your thing.
I'm actually going to mute also. Bye.
Ooh.
Cole gets extra time on this one.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. Oh, actually, I'm going to talk to the audience while you do that. I sure hope he's muted. Wait, Brian, can you hear me? Quick, run to the thing if you can hear me. I don't want him to hear me. Okay, so I hope I can talk to the audience. Brian would run up if I was giving everything away. Okay, so he can't hear me. That's obvious. So here's what I'm getting, guys. I'm getting a little malty. It's definitely malty. It's definitely American single malty. And I sure hope that Brian can't hear me. But it's yeah, I'm gonna write that down on my notes. Even on the nose, it's like kind of obvious. And that darkness, it made me think maybe this is like Garrison Brothers off the bat, because that's a very dark whiskey, and sometimes they like do special finishes. But on the palate, it's definitely not bourbony, which is, you know, Garrison Brothers kind of thing. So so I'm just gonna say American single malty. Let me get another taste of this John Peace. Let's see. Oh man, it's definitely not bourbony. It's too malty to be bourbony. Too malty to be burbsies. I'll write that down. Burbsies. It is sweet and not honestly too youthy, but seems kind of southern aged. I'll explain that. But I think some people might know what I mean. Yes, Brian or Ben, throw that in there. Throw that in there. Yeah, throw them off. Here's why I think it's like southern aged, similar to like, you know, Garrison Brothers or something like that. It's got depth, but it's still not fully matured. But then again, it's not too youthy. It's a weird balance. So I'll explain that later. But I'm thinking maybe what's that? Balcones, maybe? Who does the don't write in, everyone. Someone's gonna like write in and be like, Cole thinks it's an American single malt from the South. No, don't do that, everyone. But what's that? Does Balcones, or is it no? What is this? Does Balcones do single malts? Maybe they do. I think they do. Yeah, they do single malts. Yeah. Who else could it be? Let me taste this again. There's no way this is Del Bach. It's too malty. Or is it? Could this be a Del Bach? Yeah, that's what I thought too. But we won't show that to Brian. But it's definitely not a bourbon. Definitely not a bourbon. This is not Del Bach. I bet my money this is not Del Bach. Let's see. What could this be? If it's Southern, it could be Balcones. It's probably Balcones. Let's just say American single malt. Let's say NA brand Balcones question mark. Very mellow corn. Yes, Ben, you're right. Oh, could this be Garrison Brothers? Now I'm second guessing everything. Does still Austin Rizzle D? Do they do single malts? I want to say they do. Let me look it up. Still Austin single malts. Single malts. Still Austin single malts. They do. They do. Wait, no, do they? I don't know if Still Austin does. I am leaning towards they don't. Yeah, you guys are helping me out. But I looked up on Google Still Austin single malts, and I'm not seeing anything. So I want to say they just do rye and bourbon. So, oh man, this is gonna be hard because it tastes like a Southern whiskey, but there aren't many, and it doesn't taste like Del Bach, and there aren't too many Southern whiskeys that aren't Del Bach, or I'm sorry, that are single malts. This is way too malty. Brian, don't read the comments, Brian.
A riveting.
Do your best
to
not
for
read
real?
the comments. Yeah. I mean, it's really
Actually,
not giving much away.
No. I have our video feed maximized now, so I can't even see comments anyway.
Nice. Okay.
Riveting reentry buzz live, I'm sure. Sorry, I forgot
it is.
To help Sam.
No, because I got to talk to the peeps about every thought that went through my mind.
Oh, okay.
Thinking maybe, yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. And this is fun. I really enjoyed you actually walking away because I did get to talk it up. Yeah,
I reached over and grabbed my glass and I took a sip or two while I was helping with other stuff.
Good.
So yeah, I think I might be able to run through this relatively quickly.
All right. What is the age of this?
23, 28. Yeah.
Reasonably, let's go 19 here. I'm going to take a really crazy stab and hedge a little bit. What is the proof? This might come down to the proof. Yeah. I was about to say what I was thinking because I was so used to for the past 5 minutes telling the audience what I'm thinking. I was like, I think it's 150 proof, guys. Yeah. Is it finished? That's a great one. I got to take a risk there. Yeah, I'm going to take a risk here. What is this?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, good. I was hoping to steal it from you, right from under you.
Yeah. I almost just said it.
You're like, this is definitely Red Breast 12, not cast strength.
Right. Yeah. You almost got me. Yeah.
Or did I? Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. You know who would appreciate this episode? Nope, not going to say it.
Fine.
I'll say it
Richard
after
Patterson?
No, he definitely would. Dude, Richard Patterson would be the biggest fan of Chill Filtered if he knew what it was.
Hello. How are you?
How are you? Dude, could you imagine having him on? That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool.
I know.
Like, talk about dream status. It's like, you know, the funny thing is we had Pat Heist as a dream status, and then he came on. So, like, we're on our way, everyone. We're on our friggin' way.
Pat Heist. I cannot believe. Dude. Dr. Pat Heist.
Dr. Pat Heist.
Let us ask him questions.
Dude, like, and hit him again and again with a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and let's reach out to friggin' Richard Patterson, man. No, that'll be our 2027. Our 2027 meetup will be in near Dalmore, and we'll just have him on, like in the flesh. Dude, you know who would show up for that hardcore? Sean Ciaro.
Oh, I was gonna say Miles Ferguson.
And Miles. Dude, Miles would be there. Yeah, same with Ben.
Miles is there already.
Dude, yeah. Miles, he told me recently, we talk pretty often. Miles said he just booked a European cruise trip for about a year from now. So we'll make sure that the 2027 he doesn't have plans for. So we can meet up in Scotland.
Did we have Miles today? Is Miles maybe still on? Yeah, we had Miles and Patricia.
Yeah, he was earlier. We were talking about Patricia.
Yeah, Miles, if you're still on, tell me what your cruise is, because I'm kind of interested in
it's like he's like riding down the Rhine, dude.
Oh, okay. So river cruise. Okay. Because you know, we're kind of interested in like Scotland, Norway, not like Baltic Sea, not like in the Baltic Sea, but
Viking cruise.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I gotta write down my notes on the finish, and then I'm done.
Oh, nice. I'm almost
finished notes.
Oh, taking a stab here. Do I want to hedge? That is the question. Oh man, I can do big Cole sniffs now here.
I one time had a brain MRI, and they wrote in the report, they're like, he has a small nasal passage. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean, doc?
Did you take that personally? Yeah, did you?
I didn't, but I was like, maybe that explains a lot of things. I'm not a mouth breather in general, but at night sometimes I do.
Dude, I'm mouth exclusively at night. Ask
really?
Sam. She'll tell you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't know if it weren't for my wife saying, your breath stinks.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love it. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this. We got all right. Sweet and candy rye all the way. Oh crap, I said that out loud. All right, I'm good. I got it all. The dude's got it all.
Doing some quick Google searching here.
I definitely did some Googling.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna do
before you Google too hard.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, is that what
don't
there
search
we go. Okay.
That 69 proof. Don't search that.
So funny. Oh god, that's great. Okay. Score. All I need to do is score and I'm good. So I'll be another like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I'm okay with my guess. I'm okay with my guess. Ooh. No, their stuff is crap.
I'm writing a hot take in here now. This is good.
Hot take it, baby.
Steamy take. Okay. Oh man, I hope I don't regret that. No, I'm gonna leave it. Can't second guess myself. All right. I'm
go with your gut.
Fully good.
All right, we good?
Yep. I went with my gut.
Write down the time. We're gonna start back up around 55:45. All right.
Just enough time for me to give water notes. Sniff my water. Oh, yeah. Smells like nothing. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So we guessed, we sniffed, we everything, and we've got some notes and guesses for you. I'm going to go first on the notes.
Ooh,
how about that? I feel like that rarely happens.
I like
going
that.
First on the notes here. I said that this is smoky, charcoaly, syrupy. The syrup is prunes, dates, brown sugar. It is not as much brown sugar. This is far from classic bourbon. This is a syrupy, pruny, charcoaly nose. On the palate, I said that there's deep, dark stewed fruits here. They are purple red fruits, stewed fruits that I got here. Not as viscous as I expected on the palate. Because on the nose, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in for like a very heavy palate experience. It was a little lighter than I expected. On the palate, plenty of light oak spice, wood spice, lots of wood spice here. On the finish, I said like a bright kind of cedar light wood spice throughout the finish. And the charcoaliness persists through the finish too. So that's what I got for.
Very intrigued to find out what type of whiskey you think this is.
Okay, go.
But I will go with my notes. Mine are nose, malty, and chocolatey. American single malty. Definitely not
the chocolatey.
Scotchy. And on the palate, I said too malty to be burbsies, as I wrote literally verbatim. It is sweet and not honestly too youthy is what I wrote, but seems to be Southern aged, which is a big deal. And I'm thinking maybe balcones is what I wrote. Finish, I said continues on with that Southern single malt finish, sweet and slightly youthy, but like I said, not too youthy. It was interesting.
Yeah.
All right, should I guess first?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Type, I said American single malt. It was way too malty to be a bourbon, and it was too young to be a Scotch.
So not Irish then. Okay, all right.
Definitely not Irish. Secondary grain, I said not applicable. Brand, I said Balcones. Distillery, I said Del Bach. To mix it up, everyone. But I don't think this is, I really would bet against this being definitely not anything on their standard line, but it could potentially be a distiller's cut, but I really don't think it is. Proof, I honed in on 100. It was too much for 90, too much for 110, or too little for 110. Age, I thought this was Southern age, so I went with a low age. I went with 4 years. It wasn't too youthy, but in the South, 4 years can go a long way. Finished, I took a page from what do you call it? Garrison Brothers, and said maybe this is somehow Ladybird, which is finished with a honey and cognac finish.
Nice.
I don't think it's that though. I don't think it's a lot of things. Bottle, I said this is Balcones Texas 1 single malt. And nice. I gave it a score of an 8.3. I don't love it, but it's actually not that bad. So
yeah, nice.
What do you think?
Okay, so my guesses. Man, there's a lot to unpack here because this is one of the more fun mysteries that I've sipped lately. But I did agree with you. This is American single malt.
Okay.
I said secondary grain, not applicable. I hedged between Westland and Westward. So for technicality, let me explain. I said brand Westland, distillery Westward.
I like that.
So I got them both in there. For proof, I started at 105 and then I worked my way up to 110. So my final guess on proof was 110.
Nice.
For age, I get it. I get where you were at with the Southern climate, because me too. I was totally on the Southern climate train until kind of later after the finish, and I let it sit and I sipped it again. I think that this is not a syrupy Southern climate. I think that this is a heavily finished Northern climate.
Yeah, it very well could be.
So I said age 8. And I said,
that's amazing for an American single malt.
I know. Finished. I said, God, yes. I didn't say what. I think it's a red wine. I'm gonna say like Pinot Noir.
Okay.
I think it's a red wine finish. For bottle, the thing that I got all excited about earlier during the break was I randomly remember that Ben Klepsig sent in a Westland Gariana, Gary, something like that. I'm gonna go with that.
But that's not a secondary finish, or I'm sorry, that's not a secondary use barrel. That's a first use barrel, as far as I remember.
Totally fair, but that's what's written down for score. Wait, did you say score?
I did 8.3.
8.3. Okay. I really like this. Whatever your 8.3 translates to letter score, I think I'm above you. I gave this an A-,
probably. Okay.
Nice.
I'm
in the A's. I think this is extremely solid, well-rounded. I think that this is an artfully crafted whiskey, and my hot take is whoever these guys are, they know what they're doing with this. I feel like a lot of care and passion went into finishing this American single malt. That's my
all right. For those who are hanging on still, what do you think based on our notes? What do you think this whiskey could be? Write in your answers now.
Just say who you side with. Just write in Bryan
exactly.
or write in
Cole or Bryan. I'm gonna pull it out of my back pocket and prep it for a reveal.
Okay.
But the first comment we get, we'll reveal.
We'll slam it. Okay.
Ben will know.
Good. Yeah. All 0 people will let us know.
Dude, I have a feeling this is gonna just both of us will be like, oh crap, it's that. All right, Westland. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Pen says Westland. All right, you ready to reveal?
I am, yeah. What did they?
Oh, I thought about this. This crossed my mind.
I was right about Northern climate.
And my gosh,
did you see the proof?
You were, oh wow, that's a lot higher than I thought. But I was right about the age. All right, guys, we'll be right back. This is a Kings County rye, let alone the northern something. It's a rye. But we'll be right back after this break. We'll count our scores. We'll see who won. This could be anyone's game at this point. We'll be right back. 103.30. 103. This is going to be not, we don't know the winner yet. That's for sure.
It's not finished. I can tell you that.
Yeah. All right. It's not an American single malt. It's not secondary grain, not applicable. It's not Balcones. It's not Del Bach. It is 126.6 proof. So that's no points for either one of us. It is age 4, which probably gives me the only advantage of the whole thing.
Not what I like to hear.
I think I won.
God, I cannot believe
just the age guess.
Did I get 0?
Wow, I did. Just the age. No. Did you give a 0 to age? Take your age back.
Oh, did I?
Because you should get 1 point. Undo that.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I'm coming back here. Okay, good.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. You got 1
point.
Thank
God, I got 1 point here. Ooh.
All right. That gives Cole 5 wins for the season. All right. We'll see. All right. Do you have this bottle perchance?
Boom shakalaka.
Oh, look at that. Peated rye. One of the things I meant to say while you were giving your notes was you were right. There is a smokiness to this.
Yeah. I absolutely did not identify it as peat. Not in the
No, but it's smoked. I mean, but it's definitely not. There's no chance this is a Scotch or potentially Del Bach, which is mesquited, not peated.
That's true. So I like the path you were on. I can't remember if I said this. I don't think I wrote it down, but I might have blawed my way into it when I was giving notes. But like musty. I like this the musty and the smoky. Like, how did I not put peat together on this?
But the only way I believe this is a rye if it was like 51% rye, 49% malted barley. Honestly, it is so malty.
Right.
Maybe it's a malted rye. Yeah.
Let me read what the back says.
Yeah, read that label, baby.
New York City's oldest whiskey distillery.
Brooklyn
government
baby.
Warning. According to the Surgeon General.
Read that whole thing. Yeah. Pregnant women should not drink this.
Okay, this is 80% New York rye, 20% United Kingdom peated malt.
Okay. I was very far off, but still onto something.
So they did not smoke the rye with peat.
No,
they took peated malt. So it is 80% rye, a 20% malted barley. So that's a secondary grain, which we both said not applicable.
Yeah, none of us said. Yeah, we assumed it was one singular grain.
Yeah. Interesting.
You good?
I am good.
Okay, 10700. I'll let you start it off.
10730. Let's sit here for 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So we did our best. Turns out this was Kings County peated rye. This is
rye.
This is oh my gosh, my camera's going nuts. This is a rye whiskey here. It is 80% New York rye, 20% United Kingdom peated malt. So it's 20% malted barley, 80% New York rye from Kings County.
Malted barley. Yeah.
Peated malted barley. Peated rye. Did you get peat at all, Cole? Did you?
Dude, I got one category points. That's it.
Nice. Well, I got 1 point, right?
Same category too. Yeah.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it.
Yeah, let's go through it. Yeah.
All right. So for type, Cole and I both said American single malt. Nope.
Wrong.
Okay, hold on. Real quick. Just take a step back. I love when you and I are in sync and we're completely wrong together.
Yeah.
I love
like
it.
That one, the rare character one. That was crazy.
I can't even. Yeah. So American single malt, 0 points. This is a rye. This is a rye whiskey.
Wrong.
So secondary grain, we both said not applicable. Nope. The secondary grain here is it turns out it was applicable. Is malted barley,
peated malty bees.
For brand, we were stuck on American single malts. The brand is Kings County. The distillery is Kings County. No points there at all. For proof, Cole said 100. I said 110. The proof on this is 126.6.
Can you believe it?
Very impressive. This drinks well below proof. For age, Cole is just the age king over here. He nailed it. Cole said 4. The age is 4. I was higher. I said 8 on this. I was thinking
to your defense, I thought it was Southern age. So I thought it was 4
true.
For that reason.
That's true. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, I guessed 8. I was thinking like 6 years American single malt and then 2 years finished in like a red wine cask. So anyway, for bottle guess, of course we were wrong. The bottle is here in my hand. It is the Kings County peated rye. I bought this from the distillery myself.
That's cool.
Oh no, wait, I bought it online actually. They sell this online. So next time they come out with a batch of this is batch 4, maybe batch 5 or batch 6. Yeah, try to pick one up.
As Mr. Mingo says, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, surprisingly good here.
Mm-hmm.
Scores, Cole was kind of 8.3, pretty good. I was very good on this, very impressed. I think it's a fantastic whiskey, but the way the points rounded out was Cole 5, Bryan 1.
Nice. So
good
that
work.
puts me at 5 wins for season 8, peeps. 2 ahead of Bryan. But then again, I was 3 ahead of Bryan until he caught up in 3 stinking episodes. So you never know how it goes on the Reentry Buzz.
Yeah, if you're cheering for Bryan, start sweating a little bit, because I'm beginning to worry.
Start cheering extra hard is what it is.
I have to win the next 2 episodes to just tie the season.
Yeah, 3, and I have to win 1 episode.
Yeah,
but up until now, you're still winning. You have 4 seasons to 3.
Oh,
so you're still winning on the larger scale, on the war. I'm winning the battle. Yeah,
make me feel better. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Because if you lose this one, then we're just tied. I mean, if you lose the season, we're just tied. But if you win this season somehow, it could be a chance. I mean, honestly, you won 3 in a row just a moment ago.
How awesome is it that we're tied on seasons? Like, it's so great.
It makes me feel great that it's truly somewhat even. That we're both
that like
decent.
One of us doesn't just crush the other one all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know what we're talking about. Where you come on?
No. Hold on. We both equivalently know what we're talking about. Whether overall we know what we're talking about or not, that's remained to be seen here.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know anything what we're talking about. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching live. I hope you guys enjoyed that watched live. But otherwise, we'll see you guys on the other end on the non-live version. But we will also see you on season 8, episode 9. It could be a defining episode, but it could not be. We'll see. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for those who joined the drink along. Cheers to all of you. We'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I gotta end the 112 and 112:06. Guys, you're the best. Thanks for those who hung in there the whole time. Rizzle D, thanks for joining us, man. We or woman, I don't know who Rizzle D is yet, but we'd love to hear about you, dude. Rizzle D, hit us up on Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for being a part of this whole community. We love you guys. And we're signing off. Anything else to mention, Bryan?
Nope. Time to drink my mug of water here.
No, you're good. You know what I'm doing after this? Date night. My parents are in town, so they're like, we'll watch the girls for the night. And we're going to a French restaurant in Richmond. And then we're going to a jazz bar as long as we want to afterwards. Drinking some drinks and watching some jazz.
Before we started and before we went live, I was talking to Beck earlier, and Beck told me that Nanny and Papa,
Mimi and Papa,
that's Patty and Jim's names over here.
Really? Both of them?
Yeah.
Dude, Patty and Jim should hang out with Renee and Joel any day. Mimi
squared and Papa squared. And
Pee-pee and Mama. Yeah.
Mama. Nope, cut that. That's out. We're not.
Luckily, we're already done. Yeah. But that's great. Right. No, I bet you they'd get along. They would have a blast together.
For sure. Great. Jim and Patty get along with everybody.
Yeah, dude. Jim and Patty are the best. All right. We'll see you guys next time. We're doing a drink along in a few weeks. So keep an eye out on Patreon if you want to join and get samples of great things. I'm going to give a little hint of what the next 3 months will look like. A killer Isla and a well-respected bourbon are on the next 2 out of the 3 for the next 3. So keep an eye out. If you want to join, check us out. Patreon.com/chillfilter. All right. You good, Bryan?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you guys next time on Drink Along /Reentry Buzz. We'll see you guys.
Peace.
Quick, press the button. All right. We gotta go. All right.